So it might have taken me a while, but I finally got my hands on a bottle of this fragrance. This is Absolu Aventus. I know I did a first impression on my channel, so if you want, you can go ahead and check that out. Today, we're going to be doing the full review. I'm very excited to share my thoughts with you on this newest release from Creed on the men's side, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my full in-depth comprehensive thoughts on Absolu Aventus, which is the most recent Aventus iteration. Of course, we have Aventus for her, we have Aventus Cologne, we have the original Aventus, and the many batches that come with Aventus. But before I begin today's review, I want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So I picked up my bottle from Max Aroma has incredible prices, fantastic customer service. I've been to their warehouse and their showroom so many times. They do events from time to time as well. So definitely check them out if you're interested. They even have one coming up this Saturday. Depends on when I'm publishing this video, for a brand called Fábrica de la Musa. So anybody is welcome to attend. I think their tickets are available online. So definitely make sure to check the official website, maxaroma.com, so you can participate in the many events that they host. But Absolu Aventus, we know the original Aventus, pineapple, apple, blackcurrant, birch tar. You have some earthy tendencies in the dry down, a touch of vanilla as well. With Absolu Aventus, you have grapefruit, you have cinnamon, you have cardamom, an increased patchouli ingredient in addition to that pineapple freshness. So it seems like it goes in a bit more of an earthy and spicy direction, and that is certainly the case with this one. Nevertheless, I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this smell. Let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. Now, in the opening of this fragrance, of course, you're going to get that effervescence that you also get with the original Aventus, but right away, there's going to be something darker about this fragrance. Not darker in terms of more birch tar or more smoke. No, as a matter of fact, it goes in a spicier and earthier direction. So there is patchouli in here. Of course, you're also going to get a couple of spices like cardamom and cinnamon, and that medley, that cocktail of spices, I think adds this sort of mature and grown-up vibe to the fragrance. Now, here's the thing about the original Aventus. The original Aventus has always been a grown-up, professional, versatile workhorse, Swiss Army knife, easy to wear, mass appealing, compliment getting fragrance. Wow, that's a lot of adjectives. But here we have a fragrance that amplifies the maturity. It amplifies the sophistication. And I think that's because a lot of people make that conscious or subconscious association between spices and maturity, or spices and sophistication, elegance, refinement, poise, whatever you want to call it. And I get that from this fragrance. You know, it's funny because this fragrance comes on the heels of fragrances like Apex by Roja Parfum. You also have Dior Sauvage Elixir. And then more recently, there has been a fragrance by Micallef called Desert Toxic L'Intense. And it seems like a lot of new releases are going down that spicy, dark route. Even Gisada has a fragrance that kind of goes in that Sauvage Elixir territory. And I personally enjoy it. I really do love the maturity that it conveys. For me personally, I feel like as long as they're able to match that darkness, that spiciness, that earthy quality with that bright, refreshing element that we've always gotten from the pineapple, I feel like it's a job well done as far as the olfactory landscape of the fragrance is concerned. Because if it's too dark, too spicy, too heavy, I think the demographics to which it will appeal is going to be limited. But I feel like on account of that effervescence, because you still got that citrus in there, you have the grapefruit, you have the pineapple, because it opens up so bright and youthful and energetic, you're still going to get that mass appeal that you also get from the original Aventus. So how would you diversify the application for this one? I think that's a really good question. When would you wear the original Aventus? When would you wear Absolu Aventus, which a lot of people are calling Aventus Absolute? I don't know why or how that inversion happened in the first place, but clear as day is Absolu Aventus. I think Aventus is a fragrance to be worn during the day. If you're going to opt to wear something different for the colder weather, or maybe at nighttime if you live in a climate where it tends to get quite windy or chilly in the evening, go with Absolu Aventus. I think the one that has the most mass appeal is the original Aventus, which I still need to review on my channel, surprisingly, despite the fact that I've had a bottle in my collection since 2011. But I find that the original Aventus is a bit more versatile. So this one, a bit more formal, a bit more dressed up. So Aventus, you can wear in a polo, chinos, what have you. This one, suit and tie, super elegant. I mean, yeah, they can be worn interchangeably. At the end of the day, it's all a matter of personal preference, what you like to wear, what makes you happy. But I know you've had the opportunity, I'm confident you've had the opportunity to try it for yourself by now. It's been out for a number of months. What are your thoughts on it? Do you like this one? I know recently we've had Windflowers and Queen of Silk, and we've had a lot of releases on the women's side of things. And you know what? A lot of these have been quite beautiful, but I want to know, what are your thoughts on Absolu Aventus? Drop your comment below. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, so here's the thing. I don't think it's the most unique fragrance. One, because it does kind of mimic the DNA of Sauvage Elixir by Christian Dior, Apex by Roja Parfum. So that darker direction that it goes in is something that I have smelled in other fragrances already. And of course, there is that resemblance to the original Aventus, but this is a perfect flanker because it's a nod to the original. It's not a 100% in a 180 deviation from the original. So I really admire that they didn't completely reinvent the wheel, but I think it smells incredibly pleasant despite the lack of originality. But I think this is exactly what they had to do with this release, and I love it. As far as the longevity is concerned, okay, so this one does get me about 10 hours on my skin, and that is from the bottle. Projection on this one was very good for the first hour of application. It radiated just a little bit beyond an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 7, a skin scent right around hour 9 or 10. Versatility, it's masculine leaning, a bit more dressed up. Perhaps somebody a little bit older would fully appreciate this DNA. And you can wear this one any time of the year, but I think it might be just a tad bit more appropriate for something like the fall and winter. But again, you can wear this one in the spring and summer as well. It's all a matter of personal taste. And as far as the presentation is concerned, Absolu Aventus, I guess I like the name. I think it's better than Aventus Elixir, or maybe that would have caught on, or that would have communicated the message to consumers a bit more articulately, given the fact that they are already familiar with the elixir trends on the market. But nevertheless, what's in a name? A rose by any other name is just as sweet, or something like that. The final verdict on this fragrance is, it's awesome. I love this one. I think it's a great release. I'm enjoying wearing it. I ran through my decant, so now I'm going to be utilizing my bottle. And again, if you want to get this for a fantastic price, you can check out Max Aroma. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's review. If you did, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.